Hi everyone, my name is Desiree Warner and it is Sunday, December 9th, 2018. My task for this week would be to pretend that I've eaten a cheeseburger and describe the process in which that cheeseburger would have gone through my digestive tract. Firstly, it would enter my mouth and I would chew, and that each bite I take would be bitten and chewed by my teeth, and my tongue would help to roll it into a bolus, which would then be transported or transferred down through my pharynx, through my esophagus, down into my stomach. While in my mouth, it would go through two different processes. It goes through chemical reactions after responding and reacting with the saliva in my mouth, and it also goes through a chain of mechanical reactions, because the chewing of my teeth and the rolling of the food pieces into a bolus by my tongue is part of the digestive process. While that food is in my stomach, I'm just reading some notes that I've made here prior to recording. While in my stomach, it also goes through mechanical process where the stomach churns the food, and chemical process, because in the stomach there is hydrochloric acid, not enough to hurt the human being because it's manufactured by us, but it's a small amount to help with the digestive process and help processing food. Adjacent to the stomach, there is the liver, and there are the food does not go into the liver, but the liver helps to process, is part of the digestive system. So, the liver has three functions. The first function, and not necessarily in any order, is detoxification. The next is to manufacture bile, and thirdly, it converts glucose to glycogen. Now, the gallbladder is somewhere in a nearby vicinity, and this bile manufactured by the liver is stored in the gallbladder. Food is moved from, and so the bile helps with digestion. There's also the pancreas, which creates enzymes. But before we get to the pancreas, because that pancreas, it works with the small intestines. Now let's go back to the stomach. The stomach now, while food is in there and churning and moving, it gradually transcends to the small intestines. There are three parts of a small intestines. There is the duodenum, and there's and I hope I'm getting my pronunciations correctly, duodenum, and then the duodenum, and then the ileum. And while in the duodenum, the pancreas secretes enzymes into that first third of the small intestines. Now, in the small intestine, let me go back to the stomach a bit. While food is being churned in the stomach, the only thing that would be consumed or absorbed rather in the stomach would be alcohol and medicine. So, you know, some people tend to consume alcohol with a beer. It's just culture. And so the only thing that the stomach would absorb would be the alcohol that would be consumed with the beer. So the rest of the nutrients from the cheeseburger would be traveling down into the intestines, and that is where those nutrients, we're talking vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, and any other nutrients that the body needs, would be absorbed in the small intestines. And it goes from the duodenum to the jejunum to the ileum, and then last but not least, into the large intestines. By the way, bile, the function of the bile is to emulsify fats and globules while it's in the digestive tract. Why did I put these on? So the food, as I stated before, it goes from the large intestines, it goes from the small intestines into the large intestines. There are 5 structures of the large intestines, and they are the cecum, then there's the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, and the sigmoid colon. And food, which, well, this is now waste matter, obviously, because if most of the nutrients would have already been absorbed in the small intestines, now the only thing that's left would be waste matter in the large intestines. And so it would come down and process, and this is now called the bowel movement stage. In the bowels, which is the large intestines, it comes down and the waste matter comes down and flows out, and all the way out into the rectum, the rectal area, and the bowel movement out the anus and out of the body. I just want to note one thing that I found interesting was I read that the digestive tract is about 30 feet long total from entrance. I'm not talking just the intestines. I'm talking about from the entrance of the mouth to the exit, the anus. And that's pretty long if you put it out, lay it all out and measure. How interesting is the body? Anyway. All this talk about food is making me hungry, so I'm going to go prepare Sunday dinner. And take care. Thank you. It's Desiree Warner again. Take care. Bye-bye.